Okay, here we go, day three. We're going to do a really quick one today. See if we can get through this pretty quick. If I'm going to be y'all's daily source of news, as appears to be happening, uh, we got to do it efficiently. Because who has time? Who has time? So this is kind of interesting. Trump's aide don't want to admit the president is golfing. It's kind of just the CNN piece that's comparing Trump to Obama, and Trump criticized Obama for golfing a lot and that sort of thing. And now Trump is golfing, and so I thought it was kind of an interesting piece, but I wanted to give a little bit of historical context for it. This is from Slate, and it happened, a week ago, a little over a week ago. Trump sticks press in basement with blacked out windows while he golfs, and here he is golfing with some bagpipers next to him, and here are the accommodations for the press. Um, you can see there's trash bags over the windows where all the press has their stuff. Um, I have to imagine that was a pretty relaxing game of golf, and I think that last article probably is revenge for this or some sort of retaliation. Okay, so lab-made metallic hydrogen could revolutionize rocket fuel. So this is kind of a good one. This came out January 26th, and this is so yeah, they metallic hydrogen is like hydrogen that can conduct electricity like a metal can. And they say it's never existed in the Earth or maybe even the entire universe before, and it potentially could fuel rocket fuel. They're saying it'll revolutionize rocket fuel. It seems more like it'll revolutionize like storage, so they could potentially go like a lot farther distances with this rocket fuel. As best as I can tell, I'm not an expert on this at all. And then, but there is one pretty awesome part of it. I think like a lot of the benefits are maybe it doesn't. It seems like a pretty complicated process to manufacture. I don't know if it would be easy to make a lot of it, but there's this great quote that we designed the system so that all the things that can lead to the breaking of a diamond were not there, which is like I don't know. That's just kind of a cool thing to work on. Okay, here's a guy that quit the CIA because of Trump. Um, okay, I don't know quite what to do with this one. I guess it's a bummer for him or something. There's a lot of stuff in here where he's talking about 15 years ago he informed his skeptical father. His dad didn't want him to be CIA, but he became CIA anyways, and now he's not a CIA. So maybe his dad's a Trump voter. I don't know. Okay. Trump chooses H.R. McMaster as National Security Advisor. Okay, I haven't done much research on H.R. McMaster. I'm having trouble keeping up with all of these new appointees, to be honest. Trump just like mention someone who I don't know who they are, and I mean maybe I should, but I don't. And and then I have to decide whether or not I think they're evil incarnate or an American hero. And it's just kind of exhausting. I haven't been able to keep up. But this happened after Michael Flynn got kicked out for like talking with the Russians. Um, I don't know what McMaster's deal is. I don't know anything about him. I'll try and get more info about him. We'll get it next time. Trump too late in denouncing anti-Semitic acts, critics say. This whole thing seems like a manufactured. I mean, there were 10 hoax bomb threats happening across the nation, and I don't know when it happened. I think it was earlier today, the bomb threats. I didn't hear about them until I saw it on the news today. But yeah, this seems, I don't know. Whatever. I don't think this will stick. Trump's so pro-Israel that I think labeling him an anti-Semitic is it's not an effective insult. It's throwing mud where there's plexiglass. I don't know. That was a terrible metaphor. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is a pretty partisan website. It's called I Drain the Swamp, which I'm not stoked about. But to be honest, a lot of the coverage of WikiLeaks that happened during the campaign was super partisan because of the nature of the schizophrenic nature of American politics. Everything's divided into two completely separate narratives. But this is kind of a this talks about The Bush administration in Somalia talks about the Clinton administration in basically a history of neoliberal and neoconservative colonialism in Africa. And yeah, it definitely is like a partisan research, but it's worth looking into. I think it's in the long run. I mean, the fact that it goes after Bush and it goes after Clinton and it goes after Obama, I think makes it a bipartisan thing. The drain the swamp rhetoric is, I mean, this is the part of Trump's rhetoric that can be compelling. It remains to see. I'm pretty skeptical that he's going to follow through on stuff, but there's a lot of stuff in here, like yearly donations to the Clinton Foundation or Podesta Group. You can see military contractors donating hundreds of thousands of dollars every year. Sometimes competing Lockheed Martin is donating, and Boeing is doing. Lockheed Martin's donating significantly more. Their business model is based more around military contracts than Boeing. Boeing has a lot more domestic consumer-based products. And you can go on like this for quite some time. And like I said, it's really worth looking into. Um, I think this website is a pretty good one. I'd be interested to hear criticisms of it, but it seems very well sourced. It seems very well researched. I'm a little bummed the narrative is so partisan, but overall it seems like a good idraintheswamp.com. I've been pretty impressed with. Virginia government vetoes bill to defund Planned Parenthood. Governor. This is interesting. I for one support Planned Parenthood. I think what Planned Parenthood is doing is generally a positive service to people, to our society. The problem I have with Planned Parenthood is that I think they've become partisan. I think they've basically joined the Democratic Party, and I understand why they would do that, and they do that to get political, to gain political influence and that sort of thing, and to get their policies enacted, which is important. But I have the same criticism of the ACLU, and I mean, the ACLU to me, as a privacy activist, it's much more personal. But my problem with the ACLU is that I think civil rights is too important of of an issue to lose every 8 years. I think women's health is too important of an issue to lose every 8 years, and inevitably it's going to happen. And I just think I think Republicans have a valid criticism that Planned Parenthood was donating money to the Hillary Clinton campaign. Um, and so I can understand why they would want to defund Planned Parenthood. Um, but my issue is that women's health is something that needs to continue to be funded. I think it's very, very important, and I don't think we can afford to be without it. Okay, that's it for today.